Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on GFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I will start with today's morning show. Alright, so the Daily Mail on the reports waiting Ateta they give as the reason why we couldn't win the Premier League this season. So Ateta Kole talk say injuries and red cards made us miss out on the Premier League. In fact, when you look at the way the Daily Mail reported this particular story, it said Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta reveals what derailed his side's Premier League title bid, with Gunners set to miss out on the crown for the third consecutive season. Now, when you look beneath the headline, see Arsenal have lost key players to injuries and suspensions throughout the season. Liverpool can claim the Premier League if results go in their favour this weekend. So at the same time, Mikel Arteta suggested that injuries and red cards had left Arsenal destined for missing out on the Premier League title for a third consecutive season. Now, when you read the entirety of this fantastic report, they say their season this time has been blighted by injuries to key players such as Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Kai Havertz, as well as controversial refereeing decisions. They include Lewis-Skelly sending off against Wolves in January, which was later rescinded by the FA upon an appeal, and the red card for Declan Rice, but tapping the ball away against Brighton in August. When asked whether Arsenal could have done more to challenge Liverpool, I said for sure there would have been things that we could have done. So, do you agree with Mikel Arteta? Do you subscribe to his line of thought? I do. I tend to subscribe to his line of thought because when you look at the way this our season go, imagine, say injuries, all these injuries no come. I think it was against Liverpool where Gabriel Magalhaes gets one injury like that. I can't remember. Yes, I think it was against Liverpool. Maybe starting commerce, let's say myself come commerce before Liverpool come beat us. Imagine say those things no happen. I think it was against Manchester City. Who collect red card now with that? I can't remember. But we are one man down. What could have happened in that match? Because listen, like this season now we really put ourselves in good standing. Say this season no big thing they beat us. Say you get. So we started from beginning they come. So what if that red card no happen? I think for putting the ball away or something. Like look at the match against Brighton. Imagine we didn't get that red card. I think we were even winning when we got that red card. What if it didn't happen? Like so many incidents like that. Look at the way Bukayo Saka came back and played against Real Madrid. Imagine Saka was not out of this season. Saka missed like 19 games for crying out loud. Imagine say you know happen. Just use your imagination, which is free, and imagine. But if wishes were horses, man, beggars would ride. So there's nothing we can do. We can just prepare for next season if it happen. Because based on the way they do last season, nobody felt this season was going to be like injury season. But it happened. You get. Next season, who knows? If you be seeing a Liverpool turn, if you be Man City turn, if you see our turn again, go for Bisha. So that was same day. Now, away from that, so let's go into another story. Now, Pep Guardiola when they give excuses, when they let people know, say, see, it's not bad to fight for Champions League spots if we see the way the season take go for them. Because people they say, Man City, they don't even get top 4, ordinary top 4. Say Arsenal if you say they still get injury past Man City, they survive, they can improvise. Why can't Pep Guardiola improvise? Look at Man City, you win the league back to back, and you are fighting for top 4. So, but why they tell people like that? Say, see, you know me, because this league is the strongest league in the world. There are so many top contenders for that top 4, and to make matters sweet. So we have a situation whereby 5 people can still compete for this Champions League slot. If they're saying at 4, it could have been worse. But now if they're saying at 5, they still stand a chance. In fact, do you know that 6 teams can even go from England? If Manchester United or Tottenham was from the Europa League, now automatic ticket to Champions League, plus the 5 slots when they come from England, automatic. So next season, everybody will shout, say, England, just full everywhere. So for you to know how difficult this league is, look at Man City fighting for their lives for top 4. Why? Because Eliana herself get injury. And you know, say be their number 1 goal threat. Not be say Mamush no score, not be say Fodi no score, not be say Grealish and Kono score, but the major threat, the person that has that fear factor of Manchester City is out injured. And we never really know when he will come back. So look, okay, I think today they will be playing against Everton. So mostly other battle will go because it's supposed to be a physical battle, and you are playing against a resurgent Everton side where anything goes in their striker battle. So you can bully the backline of Manchester City and bust it. So I go there really, and like I'm interested in watching that match. And another top four battle is the match between Newcastle versus Aston Villa. I don't know whether they're playing today or playing on Sunday, but that match same day. So another hot match. We'll see how it will be. For we are getting a free pass against Ipswich. Although based on so we go rest players, so that match if still tired of pass more because everybody will go rest players now. But we'll just see how that match will go. Liverpool said they play one small, I think Leicester. So anything goes for their own side also. So now away from that, so because I think they're going to talk about Kai Havertz. Yes, when they talk say Kai Havertz, if you come back and at the end of the season, I think we've heard this before. Fabrizio Romano come talk and say Kai Havertz can be back before the end of the season. Confirms Arteta. It gets well. It's going to be a big boost, especially for next season, so that he no go miss preseason. That's something I would also want to see. It gets. Now the favorites for the Ballon d'Or rankings, according to Score 90, as put out by Fabrizio Romano. First position, Barcelona Rafinha. Second position, I think Pedri, Barcelona. Third position, Lamine Yamal, Barcelona. Fourth position, Salah. Based on say Liverpool don't come up for Champions League, I think that is why Salah is ranked below. You get, I think that's the reason. So, but from the look of things, the way they be, even Lewandowski after Salah, you have Dembele. After Dembele, you have Lewandowski. So I don't know who they go give share, but you know, at the end of the day, sometimes it's not really about merits. Now the people go vote who they like. Now they go vote. So it happen like that sometimes. So don't just watch. Now this Victor Gyökeres cannot stop scoring. Papa scored a hat-trick again yesterday against Moreirense. And Fabrizio Romano called the report and said 47 goals in 46 games for Sporting Lisbon. And that was the highlight. He scored a sweet free kick. Any argument a person they tell me say make us stand no sign Gyökeres say the guy no be in the score penalty or maybe no sabi play. I don't want to hear that kind. I don't want to hear that. It irritates me. I don't want to hear that. You can still see that argument. Some pundits go come outside, especially Galas. Go come outside and say no sign now. Say we don't know whether the guy go better or no go better. Papa life na risk. I follow Andrea Berta. Sign this guy. Leave Isaac. Sign this one. Isaac no will come. But be Isaac. But be Sesco. This one, at least one don't there. Sesco still be upcoming. Sesco, if they sign Sesco now, they look at the future. This one they give you as the odds now. You get, especially in a team like Arsenal that creates chances. Baba, you go see person. Alan they learn now. Alan they learn work. Where this one day? This guy, the one man riots. One on one, he can dribble, he can bomb shot. He play Isaac, he can dribble. Yeah, Alan they dribble wide shot me. So this one, I rate him higher than Haaland. Apart from saying be that height advantage, you Haaland be like Giants. Oh, this one man riot, so we define. God don't bring that for us. So I know one year story. I never say cheap. I'm like, never say it cost 60, 70 million highest. So I don't see. In fact, when Fabrizio Romano post this thing, I just go for the comment section. I just post welcome to Asta, because for me this is the ideal target. Hi, this is the man that we need now. Fabrizio Romano called a post about Lewis-Skelly, said the guy new deal is considered just a matter of time before everything goes stew. Said Lewis-Skelly has been incredible in recent months, also becoming the only defender in 15 plus appearances in the Premier League this season not to be dribbled past once. Just fantastic. His excellence in both legs against Real Madrid, scoring on debut with England, shining in Premier League, proper gunner born and bred, as he speaks as a kid, can show. 18-year-olds between, unbelievable talent. Yeah, so like, I mean, man. So now we get this talent again. And kudos to Arteta for seeing the future of this guy and transitioning him. Yes, that's why till tomorrow I go see the tell now. Give Arteta his flowers. All those arguments of no be Arteta bring Saka, no be Arteta bring this one, who Arteta don't bring, argument don't die. Nobody dey mention the argument again. Arteta has never brought a young player from the academy to the first 11. He don't die. Who dey mention the argument again? You don't ever want to see the argument again. Dead and buried. That's what it's supposed to be. Now, Fabrizio Romano going to give us updates on Dean Hodgson, the player that plays for Bournemouth, is a defender. So this guy is expected to join a Premier League club and not Real Madrid. because Real Madrid really push. They won't sign him. So they said for Real Madrid, his clause is considered too expensive according to their level. So Real Madrid not really look inside again. So all things being equal, is expected to remain in the Premier League, where Arsenal, Liverpool, and so many people are interested in him. So more just the word for me. I would like to make Arsenal sign him because the guy is a very good player. So away from that also. Now we're going to hear from this our senior man Jermaine Defoe. So Defoe going to talk about whether they ask and say who is the greatest striker in the Premier League. Defoe said na Henry. Nothing won't tell him. Say na Henry, because look at how many young stars, strikers. So they say that they idolize Henry. They will tell you say na Henry make me want to become striker, want to become footballer. They say after Henry, you give Alan Shearer. After Shearer, you call people like Andy Cole. You call Mohamed Salah. Yeah, then if you want to call Mohamed Salah, you guys call Aguero. Then the only reason we make they put Harry Kane in there because Kane don't really win anything, and one of the things where critics they use the whole Kane say what do you dance individual goals, but what do you win? So once Kane don't win some kind of level, then they would add them to those places. Okay, oh, you be good striker. See, Henry, as I don't know how I want to explain him. Henry rule, he reigns supreme in the Premier League. China Isaac won't call, China Jonathan David, like China Saka. There are plenty people say that they look at Henry as senior man. There are plenty. See what Saka they talk say before the Real Madrid match, he would then still talk that money. They say still call advice. Say how far. See the match you play against Real Madrid. Do you know that for that match, Mbappe see Henry for point Mbappe come with that Egbon, your gun. Say my Egbon be this. Eddie Goglan said, see, today you play against one of the teams that I love the most. I don't want to see you perform. I don't like for you. I don't want to see you at all. Yeah. And at the end of the day, Arsenal still run out. You get so look at that day. Which country with that? I don't even forget the country we play. We've seen United States of America. We say the guy scored 9 minutes goal. You wrong. Go look for Henry. Oh God, say my guy with this. And this guy maybe they play football. So you cannot remove the influence of Henry on this EPL. Alan Shearer who? Who be Alan Shearer? Yes. How many people that don't like Alan Shearer say I want to be like Alan Shearer? How many? Well, it is what it is. Alright, so let's go into another story. So Rio Ferdinand only claims say he can one Arsenal star. We're supposed to join Manchester United for the same way this everybody knows that Declan Rice they talk about. And the thing is, every AK market day, Rio Ferdinand they come outside they talk about Declan Rice. Say if to say the money where Arsenal offer Declan Rice as per wages, say maybe Manchester United match up, say get that belief 100. Say Rice will leave Man U, and you will leave Arsenal will join Man U. I was in the talk, but the Ferdinand believes Declan Rice would have rejected Arsenal if Manchester United offered the same salary. Baba, not be by salary, not by projects. Do you think Manchester City we won't sign Declan Rice when we won't sign her? Say if to say they won't give us salary, they will give us salary, will be past our salary. Sometimes not be about the appeal, because if it's about appeal, Manchester City have more appeal than Arsenal, because it is somewhat guaranteed that if you go to Manchester City as at that time when you join us, you go down win something by now. It's a guarantee. If you don't win Copa del Rey, you go win FA Cup. If you don't win FA Cup, you go win Premier League. If you don't win Premier League, you go win Champions League. We shall win something. But the team, the Arsenal projects, the way Arteta they reason boys, the way Arteta they talk to them, say, I will make you great. I will unlock something you never knew you had, which is that number 8 row. Like Arteta behind they take. In fact, Arteta can be the appeal gone. You can't go follow you reason. Ajay, they know the 10 person you go run come join. So now so it just be so. Don't be by salary you get. Sometimes okay, make I come on this picture. Look at Rafinha, where Rafinha won't go join Baka. Chelsea not offer the most money. But if the money go back, I'm going to say Baka will not see. Now what would they expect this they call this Madrid? Men do. Come join us. If follow money go. Now after your career don't Shalaski. You get. So it happen like that sometimes. Alright, so let's bring a message from one of our sponsors. Mr. Adayo, who is a real estate agent, so they have 14 plots of land for sale at Nora Scott Luxury Estate, Ohia Igbelu, Rubber Estate, back of airports, Nabara Iche, in the Iche local government area of River State. So they have 6 plots of land, with the one side, 4 plots the one side, and 3 plots together, and 1 plot stands alone. So it's 1.2 million per plot. And if you want to reach out to Mr. Anayo to inspect this pieces of property or show interest in this property, you can call him on 080-3276-5227 on 081-193-29922. So get across to them, because this I don't ask them how far the interest. They say yes. Some people don't schedule inspection, so everything they go well, they go normal. So thumbs up to that. All right, so according to Ferdinand, I think I missed this slide. I'll read this slide if I do that advert. All right, so Declan Rice, I think you know when you look at players and go where at the moment he stood up and said, guys, the top of the table, I'm at it. I think it says that doing against a team of that magnitude, like what did Rice do against Real Madrid? Say it shows say Rice na senior man, you get. So I don't come up for this story. I think I've overflogged that story already. So for Messi, when they predict the match will play against Ipswich, so for him, he says it's going to be a comfortable win against Ipswich Town. Because you don't think say maybe Ipswich will do anything. Although Ateta is going to make several changes from the team that won at the Bernabeu, which is expected. Because I expected the one to come in, I expect Trossard to start again. So I expect some kind changes. But he will still feel the Gunners will come out on top. Now, what Insti feel say will happen there. I think Arsenal should just try to get maximum points from the remaining games, even if they can't win the Premier League title anymore. But if they should beat Ipswich, and if they meet Crystal Palace next, they beat Crystal Palace, you go put them in good standing, give them the momentum, the energy, the confidence to go and face PSG. You get. Arsenal will rest a few players for this game, but I still think they will have too much for Ipswich to handle. I definitely play the likes of Leonardo Trossard. It's one in this game, comfortable win for the Gunners, in my opinion, that we win this year. All right, away from that, so there is this news where it circulates all over social media. Even Football London self carried the story. Now, what they just say, according to reports in Spain, Martin Zubimendi, they consider to change his mind. I think they change his mind from Liverpool. Saying the reason say maybe he will go join Real Madrid, because Real Madrid now they talk say they want to sell some players and say they need fresh blood. So they say, however, the stance has somewhat seemed to change in recent weeks, with reports suggesting the midfielder is now prioritizing a move to Real Madrid, as the Gunners witnessed in the Champions League win over Madrid. Los Blancos midfield is weak and looks as though they are looking to address the situation, because Madrid are now more desperate than ever to address their midfield. So they won't push money well, but at the end of the day, me, I no shake. I just calm down. Basis in the end first. Moku see, we will hear the truth of how the matter they go. You get. So me, I know they fear anything. Basis in the end first. We'll know what's in the release, so we'll get clarity. Now, another thing we're going to hear from court of side is Real Madrid bosses have approved 120 million euros for Bukayo Saka. Although the headline says for Arsenal star who scored at the Bernabeu, now Bukayo Saka did they talk about. For me, I know say this one I know if you work, but most it may not be like someone will report the story. Real Madrid President Florentino Perez and CEO Jose Angel Sanchez have reportedly been approved. Both approved the potential 120 million euros transfer package for Arsenal star Bukayo Saka. The Gunners forward has just impressed hugely in a big game at the Bernabeu, scoring the opening goal the night in Wednesday's Champions League quarterfinal. Second leg, Arsenal fans will no doubt hope they can keep Saka. See, he no few work. Yes, Saka is not for sale. Sadly, man, you can appreciate him, you can cut him if you want to, but he's not for sale. Yeah. Saka loves Arsenal. The feeling is reciprocated. So I don't think there's any reason for us to think about. If you see that Martinelli not here, I would understand. If you see that Trossard, I feel they understand. But Saka, you're dreaming. All right, away from that. All right, so Arsenal have been warned about two dangerous PSG attacking traits that could decide the semi-final. Now, when you read the entirety of the story, you kind of find out say Charles Watts. Now they talk this, who's one of the Arsenal correspondents. So ahead of the first leg clash, Arsenal insider Charles Watts wrote in his column for the cut-off side that the matchup between the Gunners and the PSG is too close to call. Moreover, he spotlighted two traits that could spell trouble for the Premier League side during the 180 minutes encounter. PSG are obviously a very different side now. Ousmane Dembele wasn't involved in the match we played in October. At the same time, Kevin Kvaratskhelia has been brought in since that game. Right said, the attack has been transformed and they are now such a threat with their pace and movements up front. But they were physically dominated in the match at the Emirates, especially in midfield, and that will give Arsenal a lot of confidence as they start to prepare for what will be the club's third ever championship. See, Charles Watts, you know, be small picking for this game. That match, you don't forget, so the guys have no play. The match will play. So that match, we didn't really have that creativity yet to knock them 2-0. Share Real Madrid front line, they no be threat. Who fast pass Mbappe for that PSG team? Mbappe get pace. Vinicius should not get pace. Yet we tame them. In fact, I would argue that it will be easier. Say this PSG, the attacking threats, no, they as formidable and fierce as this Real Madrid. This Real Madrid attack, Baba, they're good. That even though we don't say yes, they don't have organizational structure, they don't have that skin, but they're good. Die. So we are not the best defensive team in the EPL and one of the best defensive team in Europe for fluke or by luck. It's for a reason. PSG discovered that reason the first time we played when we kept the clean sheets. They will discover that reason again. But why don't they underrate us now? This match is 50-50. Anything can solve. We can hurt them, they can hurt us, I agree. But not when they make and they look like say they get edge, one kind. I disagree with 100. So may your mind be. Alright, so my dear Arsenal lovers, let's give you another message from another of our sponsors, Mobile Wealth Associates and Co Limited. They are into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shop protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 80 646 42234, and they're located at number 7 Ekenewo Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of their services, please do reach out to them. All right, so the biggest news of the day, that in fact say I think that when they give some excuse, say the reason we don't win the league this season is due to red cards and some kind, injuries will really happen. The Daily Mail carried the story, as you can see on the screen, and I don't think anybody can dispute this, because when you consider that Saka missed like 19 games, some kind of red cards against the match we play against Brighton, you see the one we happened against Man City, see the injury to Magalhaes, wrong timing against Liverpool when they win. Like when you count all these points that we just lost, in those areas, but I go say it could have been a close call or could have won the league. Imagine Saka played those 19 games they missed. What would have happened? Like if we chase our horses, that I would have ridden it. But it is what it is. So my dear Arsenal lovers, I think it's a fine place for us to call the show an end. So let's come your way in the evening to give you the evening news. So then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. That came out. All right, guys. Ciao.